Hi there, Andy Fusco, Curator of Lakeside Promenade here at Tulsa Botanic Garden. This afternoon we're on the south side of our Lakeside Promenade, and I wanted to talk a little bit about crepe myrtles. Now, less than 5 months ago, it was minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's hard to believe today that it was, because it's almost 100 degrees more than that. But a lot of our plants got hit hard by that freeze, and the big thing that we've been getting questions about is crepe myrtles. Crepe myrtles are a zone 7 plant. Here in Tulsa, we're right on that 6A, 6B, 7A line a little bit, and so some of the crepe myrtles around town, you've probably noticed, got hit pretty bad. And it's mid-June, things should be leafed out by now, and as you can see behind me, this Acoma crepe myrtle does not look very good. And so by this point, we've probably given it enough time. What we've been telling everybody and what the experts have been telling us is just wait. All spring it was just wait on your crepe myrtles, let's see what they do. Well, it's about mid-June, it's 100 degrees outside, and I think we've waited long enough. So what we're gonna start with on this one is the first thing we do is prune all of the dead wood. And so this one, as you can see, has some green in it and some of this gray dead wood. And so you're just gonna go in and cut out everything that's dead. And you'll see along the bark where some of the buds are breaking and where there's growth. And you're just gonna cut back to where you see growth. And I like to use a good pair of bypass hand pruners for a lot of these smaller trunks. A pair of loppers is also really handy. And for some of those older crepe myrtles that really got hit hard, you may need a chainsaw or a handsaw. And so I'm gonna go through this and trim back all of this dead wood, and then I'm gonna take a step back and look at its shape and figure out what other shaping I need to do on it. Okay, so I'm here at one of these other Acoma crepe myrtles, and I've gotten most of the dead wood cut out. And then I've taken a step back, and so you've got a lot of these sprouts. Crepe myrtles in general like to sprout along the wood, and a normal best practice is to rub down or pick off the twigs and stems that you don't want. Because this has lost so much of its shape, and because it's a little stressed from the cold, I think for the most part, at least through most of the summer, I'm gonna leave a lot of these branches and leaves just to give the plant enough leaf surface area to really bounce back and put as much energy into its roots and shoots as much as possible. Now down close to the bottom, where it's shooting out from the trunk, we normally like 3 or 5 branches on a crepe myrtle. I might rub those leaves where it's budding out on that up just to give it some definition, and so it's not one big blob. But for the most part, I really want to trim back the dead wood so it looks like a presentable shrub again, and then wait and see where the strongest shoots turn out, and then over the next season or two, I will continue to shape it. The other main thing we're seeing with crepe myrtles here at the garden and around Tulsa is that the top growth has totally died back, and all the new growth is coming from the roots and these bottom shoots. Now, all we can do with that is to just, again, cut out the dead. And so this one had 4 main leaders, and I'm just using a pair of hand pruners. Pruning out these dead sticks. And it leaves considerably smaller shrub, but crepe myrtles grow really fast. This thing will put on a lot of new growth this year, and I'm just gonna leave this bunch to do its thing this summer. And next spring, I will begin to select a few of these shoots to start forming the new base of 3 to 5 shoots and give this shrub some definition and shape. But just for this first season, I'm going to leave it as a wild, bushy, shrubby appearance, and again, give it as much leaf surface area and ability to pull in those sun's rays and bounce back from this hard freeze.